So, well, you are, well, with the exception of a few people sitting at the front, the rest of you in here are going to be doing, by the looks of it, the third year group project. So, let me just give you a brief reminder of exactly how we got to where we got. So, obviously you're very well aware that we've changed the structure of third year this year, and you've made it fantastically all the way through, and I hope you've had a good time getting to this point. Genuine laughter or nervous laughter? Okay, so of course you remember the idea was to give you a good amount of theoretical grounding in the autumn term and then do a bunch of practical work that you're just finishing off at the moment. Maybe people are going to be streaming in as they gradually finish their coursework assessments. I hope that you've really built a lot of practical knowledge this term in the typically 3 modules that you'll have chosen from 5. And that should have set you up really to start thinking now properly about engineering and engineering design rather than just really about analysis. So I hope that this point here after the exams was a tipping point for you in terms of your engineering careers. And now, of course, all this practical work that you've done in a fairly structured way in terms of coursework should now mean that you're in a pretty good position to start doing a summer term group project and actually be quite creative and design some real things that actually work. And really do something meaningful now as a group of 6 or 7 people. So, just in case you can't remember, the way that we've ended up structuring this means that this project, even though it's done within the context of third year, and it's obviously done in the summer term of your third year, actually will count towards your EE4 assessment. Just because of the way that things have to happen in terms of timing. In terms of the way that this actually affects your overall degree result and the weightings, nothing has actually changed. It's just purely that this ends up being now counted as being 1/6 of your EE4 mark. But you don't really need to worry about that. It just means that on your transcript, I think, unless Claire corrects me, it won't actually say your third year group project mark on your transcript?
Not for third year,
Not
no.
for third year. Same for the EIE students. And you guys have all opted to group project rather than the industrial placement. So this is the basic overview of what we're trying to achieve here. You are going to be choosing your projects very, very soon. I mean, you're going to get shown various options for projects today from several people that have kindly come in from industry. We wanted them to be industrially relevant. A big part of the push here in third year was to, give you the opportunity if you wanted to go into industry and get some industrial experience. And for those of you that wanted to stay here instead, we still wanted to provide some link with industry, which is why we've got a number of projects that have been suggested by certain companies. And the way that we're going to run this, as you'll see in a second, is that the company that is giving you the brief is effectively a client who is coming to your consultancy firm. So you are basically a small engineering consultancy, someone's come along with a job that they want you to solve, and that's the kind of relationship between your industrial supervisor here, which is really a client coming to your small technical consultancy firm. So I'm hoping that we can get most of the groups that form to be supervised by industry. There are some exceptions to that. There are some Equinox-based projects which you'll hear about, and there may be some other projects that we run supervised by predominantly by academic staff. So there'll be a mix, but I hope that we can generate enough industrial projects for you to all do one of those if you wish. As I say, groups of 6 or 7, and the assessment will take place at the end of next term with a presentation and a short report. The exact format of all this is still to be exactly confirmed, and I'll do that over the first couple of weeks of Easter and contact you with all the details. So this is essentially what you're going to be doing now to get underway. So hopefully, based on what you hear after I've finished talking from various industrialists, you'll like at least one of those projects, and you'll decide that you want to do one of them, and then you need to form a group with 5 or 6 other people. We can run a maximum of 2 groups per individual project that's specified. Obviously we don't want to overload any of the individual people from industry here. This is something that is a change from the way we've run group projects in the past, in that this year, because we've harmonised the electrical engineering and the electrical and information engineering degrees in the way that they're assessed, that means that you can now form a hybrid group of EE people and EIE people. So if you're doing something that really is a hardware-software project, a lot of stuff at the hardware-software interface, then that may well be quite helpful to your progress. In terms of exactly how you sign up for this, I will circulate some information in the next few days. But just, all you need to do at the moment as you're sitting in this room is to watch the project presentations, figure out which ones you like, and figure out who the like-minded people are that you want to join groups with. The way it's going to run next term, I mean, certainly by the start of next term, all the groups will be decided. You'll all know who your industrial supervisor is. You'll know which of your colleagues you're working with. And then the first week of next term, you'll meet your industrial supervisor. That may be done here. It may be done at the industrial supervisor's premises. And it'll be up to you to arrange that between yourselves. And that really is the first meeting where you'll get much more of a detailed feel for exactly what you have to provide. As I remember, this is this relationship where you're a technical consultancy and the industrial person's come along with a problem that they want you to solve. You should meet them once during the middle of next term. I'm hoping that's going to be possible in all cases. Again, either with them coming here or with you travelling to them. And then you'll meet them for a third time at the end of the term when they take part in the marking process. So they're really going to be deciding on whether they're going to effectively accept your solution and sign off on the project that you've been working on for them. You'll also have an academic contact which is allocated in the department, and you should think of the academic contact in the department as the line manager in your consultancy company. So they may well not be technical experts on the type of problem you're trying to solve. You can go and bounce ideas off them. But really, this has got to be led by yourselves. And I think that's about all I've got to say. And I'll hand over now to some of the people from industry to chat through the projects that they're proposing. I'm not sure who wants to go first.
I think I was down on the list.
Okay. So this is Glenn from Sparks. Have you got a PowerPoint?